So this is a very short video on why it's important to question your bank, who are the best ones, who are the worst ones, and how you can switch. So this is a really crucial step to ensuring that you are living a more sustainable lifestyle. I think people often think of banks kind of like a monopoly, a building where you can deposit and withdraw your money as and when. But like Monopoly, that was actually designed by a woman named Elizabeth Magley to raise awareness of the economic troubles that come with rent, and then was taken by a man to create a game all about encouraging monopoly. Banks are playing filthy games too. Since the 2015 Paris Climate Change Agreement, worldwide banks have invested $5 trillion into fossil fuel companies. So when I ask, are they ethical, I'm talking about whether they pay their taxes and where their investments are going. So unethical investments include fracking, fossil fuels, deforestation, Arctic oil exploration, coal mining, weapons trading. If you're questioning why this matters, we live on a finite planet, and the more we keep skinning the planet of its finite resources, the more we contribute to global warming, climate change, i.e. mass destruction. So who are the bad banks? Well, basically any of the big ones you see on the high street, they are ones to stay away from. There's a theme, it's the same with clothing companies. We're talking Barclays, HSBC, Lloyds, Santander, NatWest. Why Barclays? Barclays has invested $190 billion into fossil fuels since 2016. HSBC comes in at a close second. They've invested $145 billion. Lloyds has increased fossil fuel investments between 2021 and 2022, showing their agenda. Santander is funding deforestation of the Amazon, hence we're getting rid of this, and NatWest is just as shit. But the good news is there are alternatives. So Triodos is £3 a month. Before that, their investments are made publicly available. They're very transparent about all of their investments. They've also put $8.2 billion into environmental and humanitarian projects, and their card is recyclable and plant-based. Monzo is brilliant. They have no physical branches, so that reduces their emissions massively. They publish all their emissions and third-party emissions, and they pledge not to invest into fossil fuel companies. If you're looking for a more established bank, there's Nationwide. They share their money with their members rather than shareholders. So let's at the top. Since 2019, they have reduced their global house gas emissions by 55%. They deny banking services to companies involved in fossil fuels, and they will terminate their loans if a company goes against their ethical policy. And they also publish an annual sustainability report and an environmental target evaluation. There's some issues with who their hedge funders are and what ties they have to fossil fuels, so that's something to bear in mind with making the switch. And then the fifth one is Starling. They are totally paperless and they run off renewable energy, and they've pledged net zero. They do not involve themselves in fossil fuels or weaponry, and their cards are 75% recycled PVC plastic. So there's 5 to choose from that I've mentioned. You can do your own research as well. These all apply to the UK, although some of them are available overseas as well. But really I just want to say how easy making the switch is. So I realised the issue maybe a handful of weeks ago, and you can hold yourself accountable that quickly. Banks want to have you on board. They'll make it as easy as possible. And I know it's difficult when all the big banks hug all the advertising and own the public eye, but it's really important to take responsibility on the ground level as well. Anyone with this card, make the switch.